Alright guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to print out a worksheet for your soldiers or mechanics, your team, your shop, however you call them, whatever you call your team, to manage to keep up with their hours. Now this is kind of like a checks and balances. You can make one of these yourself, or you can use the one that's system generated. It's all up to you how you want to manage this one. This one is not as important, and the only problem I have with this one is because you have to print it the week of. It's kind of like a 5988, you print it the week of. This one you need to print out the week of to capture those days as far as data on the sheet. The only thing I can see with this right here is it might be a CMDP type inspectable item, but again, the Army is trying to get away from paper trails and go pretty much digital, but we're like snail mail. It's slowly going away, but it's hanging on for dear life that we keep up with all this paperwork. Regardless, this is another tool if you don't want to create one yourself, but I would just suggest keeping up with it yourself, or make your own little template, something, or you print out maybe a generic version of this. You print out one. That's what I did. I printed out one and then I whited out the data on it so that anybody could fill it out, or you can go in and create one out of Excel. I tried that as well. I mean, this is kind of a difficult one to do, so I mean, whatever works best for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and put you on the computer, at least show you how or what it looks like, and then you can make a determination on whether it's something you want to use for yourself. All right, for this one, this T code is ZMAWK, and you can do this a couple of different ways. In our case, I'm going to do it through a variant that I created. So I created a variant for pulling all this information. It just makes things easier. You could go in and just put in the one individual and print it out, like I said, and create a template yourself, whatever you want to do. There's not a whole lot here to do. You just put in the personnel number or numbers. You choose how you want it to come out, and then you can hit print without preview, or you can print preview manually print. I like to go that option because I like to see what I'm working with, and then I'll bring it up so that you can at least see what is going on here. And like I said, it's a very generic piece of equipment or piece of paper. The only thing that's on it that is not is the individual's information. If the computer will work with me here, it likes to move slow sometimes. All right, so we'll zoom in a little bit, and then you can see all this information here. And this right here is where you're capturing your indirect and non-productive, because your direct hours are captured by the work order, and then you have your indirect hours. And this is mainly by your ERPS clerks or your well, you can see your support operations. That would be like your SPO, or people helping cover things, indirect labor, overtime. There's a lot of different ways you can look at this. Your maintenance team, as far as like your MCS, MCO, MCT, would be in these areas. And then your soldiers that aren't working on things, if they're standing around with twiddling their thumbs and not doing anything, or if they're doing military training on Thursdays, or maybe they're on military unit duty or TDY, other things like that. And this right here would kind of fall under you managing your schedule, but again, it's all on how you want to do it. But this is areas where you would go in and put that, and as you can see, it gives you Sunday through Saturday. And like I said, it's based on, as you can see up here, 160 hours. And that's why we go in and change our schedule to capture accurate hours. It's going to have the personnel number, the type they are, their MOS, pay grade, things like that. For the most part, it's just generic stuff. But you can see the week ending, this right here, is where it's going to get you, because this is only for that week. Now, that's why I said I would just go in here, delete that off, and then make it myself. You can use PDF to do that and modify this to fit your needs, or you can just create one yourself. All right, again, this is not something you have to do. It could be a unit requirement if they want to make it one, but I mean, for the most part, this isn't something you have to do. It just makes your life easier in keeping up with the hours that your soldiers aren't actually working on a piece of equipment. So at least it's something to look into, so you can track those hours and maybe push it down onto that individual so that they capture their own time and not get just lag time, because that's what I do. If I don't have time to capture for them doing things that they're not supposed to be doing or working on hours, then they just get lag time, and that's basically telling me that they're nothing but standing around with their thumbs in their pockets, fingers in their pockets, hands in their pockets, whatever you want to call it. I got other terms, but I'll refrain from using that. But regardless, if you got any questions or concerns about this, or if you have a way that you like to do it and want to share it with the group, leave that in a comment. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video.